Yo. Okay. Now we live. Welcome back, man. We back with another live analysis session. We about to go over these Australian dollar markets. Yeti. Let's expand these charts. Give a little time for everybody to tap in. Let's go get in this thing. Alright, I'm gonna remove this. I had this vertical line to show. That was actually for the previous 2 weeks, so we're just gonna take that line out. Alright, currently we are still in a bullish trend. Recently, from Thursday and Friday of last week, after we had NFP came out on Friday, and I believe Thursday was either, I don't think it was CPI. I think we get CPI this week, but I think Jerome was speaking Wednesday or Thursday. But nonetheless, the most recent reaction that we had in the markets was the rejection of this zone right here that I have in this dotted line area. If you can see this little zone right here, price tapped into this area twice. We recently got one on the 26th of January, and then the last one was last week on the 2nd of February. But just to point this out, this zone is stemming from a June 9th price gap that we had from last year, June 9th, 2020. So basically, we haven't seen price tap into the area. And that was something I was looking for, because I look for anytime we get a gap like this where price leaves an area that hasn't been touched or mitigated or anything, that is typically an area that price needs to fill. And when price does fill it, who knows? But you just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as a potential to look for targets when you start to see price moving in a way that it could reach that zone. And like I said, this right here probably would have been a good situation, even though we didn't actually get into the zone, but still it was heading in that direction, coming from this bullish move. And all you would do is wait for some kind of reversal or rejection in the opposite direction, which we got right here in the form of an engulfing. But that move alone didn't give us enough indication that price was going to reverse and head down. So being that we know we were in this bullish trend, we just basically waiting for another engulfing setup, which on this day, on August 8th last year, didn't happen until that day, because this is a daily time frame. And I basically was talking about it like it was on the hourly, but nonetheless, stemming from this move, this support that was created, you initially got a engulfing candlestick pattern right here at the bottom on support. So that alone would have been a good indication to buy, especially being that it's on a daily. So like I said, this is an old price gap from June 9th, June 8th, and we've been underneath that area for some time now. And just like this scenario here, we're looking for Price is showing us a break of structure and a change of the character that the trend is showing. You know, if we see bullish trend, then we should see higher highs and higher lows. If it's a bearish trend, we should see lower highs and lower lows. For instance, right here, we got a bullish trend. We got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. The break of structure is when structure from the bearish side, meaning lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. That structure being built in a bearish formation. And you break structure when the last and most recent bearish structure point has been broken. And right here, this area right here is where the last structure point was broken. Oh wait, that was the last structure for the bearish trend. This could have been classified as a lower high because it was underneath this area, but the fact that it didn't create a lower low from that lower high, meaning it didn't take out this low and create another lower low, that was a weak lower high and furthermore invalid one. So, and if you see, it took, well, typically it does take a large candle to break through strong zones, strong support, strong resistance. It takes a very big, strong, powerful candle. And that's exactly what you see happen based off of this weak lower high and this confirmed last lower high that we had in this bearish trend was both broken by this one candle right here. And that was November 10th of last year. That's when we knew that we were no longer in a bearish trend from all this dropping we've been doing since here, I think April, right there. February last year, that's May. So yeah, February last year was the highest point from the bearish trend that we were experiencing. That's 21. There's 22. So yeah, April. Like I said, April was the highest point of last year. And from that point on, as you can see as I scroll over, we've just been in a bearish trend. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Until we get to this last break of structure, or this first initial break of structure, which was November 9th, I believe, right here. And that was our first indication letting us know that we are confirmed and turning around, and you should start looking for bullish engulfing candlestick patterns. And I mean, that breakup structure alone was an engulfing candlestick, let alone a few days before, a week before, there was another engulfing candlestick. It would have been nice if this one was, being that it was at the low, but it's all good because we had another one here that was short-lived. But if you held throughout the day, that's a real true swing trader. I mean, you would have been good. But this was the real true sign. I mean, this alone is cool, but just like it rejected this area right here, this could have turned around and head south, and then you being in a bullish trade just because you saw a bullish engulfing would justify a loss. That's why you need a little bit more extra confirmation, and it's best to look for true bullish trends after you get some kind of structure or character change in the trend. So we had that move. Just in case if you did miss that on the daily, you went in front of your computer or whatever the case was, you didn't receive another one, which was really a better setup until December 23rd, right before Christmas. So that was a nice Christmas gift. Because it was basically consolidating pretty much all mid of November to middle of December in this little consolidation zone right here. We didn't really get any breakouts until first week of January of this year. So our first initial sign of the bullish continuation after we had this change of character from the bearish trend to a bullish trend that we were starting to develop was right here. This engulfing you got on the 23rd. And being patient and waiting. Actually, if I look closer, there was another one on the 7th. And that one looks good. That one was actually a good one. Even though you probably would have got stopped out, but you still had targets. I mean, going here, buying here, you would have had targets right here. Yeah, you could have, for sure, this target would have been easier to obtain a profit from that 67.25 to about 67.95 or 70 pips. So I said it wasn't a large move being that it was on a daily, but still a move. But like I said, if you caught that and held to being stopped out, that's kind of your fault being that this is daily. But it was another opportunity right here on the 23rd, right before Christmas, and price never came back to that low. So coming from the change of character right here from bearish to bullish, and then with our structure forming bullish with the higher highs and higher lows, the fact that we didn't break this low right here to potentially put us in another scenario of changing from bullish to bearish, this support held. We had a nice engulfing and see you later. And from that point on, after we passed this high, that target would have been that price gap that I was showing you from June 9th and last year, 2022. And we still have targets above here that didn't really get filled to the max, or at least halfway point, just for Fibonacci purposes. So I'd say about 73 cents even. Like I said, we still have targets to the upside, but with the rejection we got from there, it was very strong, very powerful. But it's not engulfing, so I'm not really holding too strong on this one. It wasn't a color change. I mean, this was a color change. It was a weak one, but we did get a bullish engulfing off of that color change. So I'm still holding strong to the bullish structure that we have. I know a lot of this selling off that we did Thursday and Friday was kind of stemmed to the pricing in of NFP and then Jerome doing what he was doing last week. So this this drop that we've seen, I'm play it cautious. I'm not expecting all bet the market to just tank from here. It could, that's why I said I'm not expecting it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I still feel like the Bulls are in control, and we shall see until things change. I mean, if we break this strong support, then I probably will be leaning more towards the sellers. You know, for sure, if we break this, I mean, we got all kind of price action right here to break, all kind of liquidity to grab down here. So if we break this, then yeah, I'll be looking at targets right around here, or any one of these levels, and further down into this little gap right here. Be looking for targets, and I kind of broke all that down on the chat group. I think we got Scully in here. What's poppin', brother?
What's happening?
You already know.
For sure, for sure.
Breaking it down, just talking about this daily time frame and how long it took for it to reach to this level here, and potentially these levels up here with this double top type situation we got. But took a long time, damn near almost a year. For sure, half a year.
So did it touch those areas?
Oh yeah, it did. I mean, from here, January 26th, it tapped into it, and that's when we got the first sign of rejection. Then we abruptly shot up. I think that was Jerome on the first, I believe. On that Wednesday, I think he was talking or something happened. And yeah, we tapped into that price furthermore Thursday, and then rejected it hard, and that's when we sold off an NFP on Friday. But like I said, we didn't get any engulfing scenarios, but it still was a nice strong rejection that ate up all this traffic on a daily. So I'm just want to see how valid and how strong this resistance turn support is, which it is a strong move. I mean, we got resistance here, broke through it. It broke through it in a weak way, I feel, but it did break through, retested, and popped up. Like I said, I feel like that drop was more of a fake out, if you will, to entice people to get into the market. Like I said, who knows? It's all analysis at this point.
Yep, that is true. Just gotta wait and see what happens. I mean, but yeah, definitely just looking at the chart, I would see it um, continuously selling. Just
Hmm.
looking at the daily, I mean, look at that 4 hour.
Yeah, the 4 hour is sweet.
Yeah.
The 4 hour also definitely look like it could, um, especially if we get an engulfing down here, it could eat this up,
Yes.
clear this traffic up, which it should, and then continue to sell off. You know, see the daily coming up into these areas and then continue to sell off. Like, I mean, from watching it from the years we've been watching it, the market, I would say never, but rarely moves from a zone and just continues to tank. Like there's always some kind of pullback scenario, especially when it hits, support or resistance before it continues its trend. So I'm gonna expect some kind of pullback, but we will only know what type of pullback it will give us as we continue to wait. But yeah, it wouldn't be too far fetched to say it'll pop back up to 70 cents at least, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I can, like, the buys are going to be great this week, but I can see it selling down further before we really get those really good buys. I
Got you.
think.
Got you. I mean, on a 4 hour, we do have more targets underneath these. It's kind of like a double low situation right here.
Yeah.
Just like this zone right here and this area right here. We got this clean traffic to eat up. So yeah, if we do continue to sell off, we do have targets. But it's a good scenario to be in because we got targets to the downside and upside.
Exactly. So, like I said, but the traffic is cleaner on buys, but we haven't even hit consolidation yet. And for the 4 hour, like those areas of rejection, it's going to respect it, but I think with volume, it's going to crush through those. Like now, I would look at the daily to see my zone, like how you had it up to see where can it hit as for sales. And
Sales, I mean, I'm looking at all this is liquidity. Like this look like all this shit, all this trending shit. I look
yep,
at all that as like liquidity. So I feel like sales can eat all that up.
yep,
Now, if it does try to eat all that up, I do think it will hang up right around here in this little area.
yeah,
I
I
think it
like
can
that.
come down,
Oh yeah, you can go either higher to the next zone on the top one. You can pick that one up.
pull
Yeah,
it up in here.
yeah, just to be,
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it can definitely come into this area before, you know, we see any type of maybe buys or bullish movement on the on the daily. But yeah, we continue to tank and just all it just start printing number red candles and we just selling off. Yeah, I feel like we definitely got targets in this area right here because all it's gonna get ate up. I don't see it. I mean, I could see it hanging up right here, but it's just gonna play. Like it's gonna hang up right there, probably on an hour, 4 hour, and then some news of high volume in the morning is gonna just straight push through that. Like that's not as strong enough.
yeah.
So let's see. Who just hopped in this bar? What's popping, my boy?
Peace, Slim. What's
Mute your
happening?
phone if you gonna be on there, brother.
Got
But
Slim in the building.
yeah. Other than that, Slim to God. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I had this line drawn from I don't know weeks back, but I had it there for a reason, and it's still holding true. So, like I said, this is an area it could hang up on, but nonetheless, ultimately, we are looking in this zone for sales. And like I said, I still got targets for buys up here, and that's going from this area right here in this double top, and
Yeah,
that's
I got
all the way from April, May of last year.
you. Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, in last week's live, I was talking about how with NFP and all the other news that happened throughout the week, that this can be the beginning of like the sale, like what I'm saying, the turnaround. And it doesn't look
Yeah,
that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it really don't. I mean, I'm gonna say this though, like damn near all the major points that started a major sale and that also ended taking out a major low started with an engulfing. I'm just gonna put that out there.
mm,
I had some kind of engulfing scenario that continued that trend. Like right here, that engulfing took out this low. You know, I mean, you can really carry that on. Same scenario here, and yeah, that's pretty much where we at. I mean, we on the flip side, we didn't get a absolute. Well, I mean, we did, but it wasn't like. I mean, I ain't gonna be picky, but we did get two strong engulfings from the bottom. So that is the main reason why we even pushed this higher.
Yeah.
These two bullish engulfings from back in the day. That was the reason why we even got this high, because of this. That volatility we saw that let us know, like, yeah, the bulls are not in motion. But here, like I said, not a strong engulfing rejection, but it's still a rejection. It still could come down, take out key levels, and turn and go higher. And I feel like the fact that it tapped into this level, it could being the fact that it came back and filled up history. It came back to a historical price area. I feel like if it came this far, it has every right to go that high, and that's still overall. If you look at probably like on the weekly and monthly, it's still kind of going in line with the bearish scenario that we've been living with for the past 2 years. Because this is the highest point from last year in April.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. Like these little rallies that happen, and a lot of that is just increasing the rates and stuff like that. But yeah, they try to combat that, but overall, it's just gonna. Can you mute him?
Yeah, my bad, son. I thought I had it muted, but I just turned this shit off.
You good?
Okay. But
My bad about that.
You good? You good?
good. So yeah, that's pretty much how the 4 hour kind of tapped into that. Like
Yeah,
I
like
said,
look
we
at that
did get a
sale
nice
right there.
engulfing
Look at
from
that
there. That
entry right
was,
there.
man,
That was crazy.
I, big facts. And when did that happen? That happened. Ooh, that was London. Yeah, that would have been a nice reason to wake up early in the morning.
Come on, man.
I mean, for two reasons. I mean, you tapping into a price zone from last year in June, engulfing. This is the second time you tapped into this zone. So,
Yeah,
like,
put your house on
man,
that.
the story was, huh?
Put your house on that.
Oh yeah, all day, all fucking day. And the fact that you didn't see no green,
You're a little
that's
choppy,
like
bro.
big bread, huh?
I said, well, it's better now, but
Yeah,
you
I
was a
think
little
we
choppy.
probably reaching. Yeah, that's probably when Ant had hopped on. What's
Oh,
poppin',
peace,
Ant?
Ant in the building.
Whoa.
Oh, he muted. That's what's
But
up. But yeah, man, that was a great sale.
yeah. I mean, look how it just broke through that one solid candle, just like broke through that resistance. Like, man, nothing happening over here. Like,
And that's something I learned this like 5 years ago, bro. Like, one thing you'll notice, and that shit is true as fuck. It takes a very strong, big, bold candle to break through strong support and resistance levels.
mm,
Me,
yeah,
and it's almost true to the fact that where if you do see a candle that's weak and it breaks a resistance level, 9 times out of 10 it's a fake out, and that bitch about to turn around. Like, it ain't nothing that's gonna break and continue going.
Right.
And if you look back in history, you'll see a lot of key levels that it took a big bold candle to break through it. Nothing weak, nothing indecision.
Yeah.
The 1 hour looking like. I mean, that's why I said in the telegram, I was like, at this point, the 4 hour is where all your attention should be, because the
No, I
one
mean
hour
honestly, no, you
is
should be looking at those
I don't
lower
know, it
time
is what it is.
frames. Like the 4 hour is just telling you, you know, we are bearish like crazy. So I would look in the 1 hour or the 15 minute. 15 minute.
Yeah, and that's the reason I meant, because it was no on the 4 hour, it was basically no bullish candles. So
Exactly.
like, don't ever take a buy. In other words, at least give it a chance to print a green candle before you look for any buys.
Facts.
Because you may see a setup on the 15 minute and the 1 hour, but I mean, you got that wick down there on the 4 hour that could easily get filled.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was two sweet ass entries, boy. Thursday and Friday for the morning.
Yep.
Friday was a little bit early, but Thursday was sweet. And
Friday was the one. That's when I got in.
if you would have held, you got in on that Friday engulfing
Yeah, and then NFP took me there,
before
dog.
news came out.
Yeah, bro. 30% on Friday.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, dog. That was a
That is
grand
that.
slam.
That's unbelievable. That's what I said, boy. You on your rise and shit, nigga.
Yeah.
thirty
But that
percent account increase in one day.
yeah, no, that's not even Roger. Like he probably be like, no, you're not supposed to trade like that. But I don't know, bro. It's like when they work, when I'm iffy with it, then I'll go in soft. But if I feel like it's gonna work, then yeah, man, I'll take a risk. I have my stop loss and all that stuff set. But
Hmm.
yeah, bro, I'll double down if I got an 11. You know what I'm saying?
A risk going into it. You good. And one key thing I like to look at too is like, did the engulfing setup come before it taking out an extreme low, like a rejection low, rejection wick, these lows here, these lows here, but we got the engulfing above that. So when I see stuff like that, it gives me even more confirmation that price wants to fill, take this wick out, that wick out, these wicks out, because it didn't take it out yet and it gave us an engulfing, versus if we got the engulfing after we took it out down here.
In value times, like you know what I'm saying. This is happening like
True,
in the early morning
true,
volumes coming in. Like
true.
that is a big sign. Like yeah, bro.
That's true.
You see one of them suckers
That's
line up
why
at
all
like
these
2 or 3 o'clock or something like that, then let that go. You see something, or not
yeah,
let it
they
go,
they
then go
yeah, they
real
they
light on
iffy
it.
as hell.
Yeah, go tight on it. Do a tester and see,
Hmm.
see what it feel like. Build your confidence that way. And if you see another one going into overnight, you know, be a little, be a little safety. Have some safety on those testers, especially overnight sleepers. So if you see a setup heading into overnight, yeah, you can play with
Right.
it, see what it feel like, but you know, have your stops far away. I'm talking like you looking at 1 hour at least on your stops when you playing with that overnight. Um, but yeah, man.
Mhm. Let's see. What was didn't you had a trade you had got in? I think it worked out for you, but you was like the stops was big as hell. I forgot which one you was talking about.
Yeah, me too. That's something that I posted in the chat in the Telegram.
Was it like in a scenario like that, would you put your stops above the recent high, or would you just have
Hey,
it a
bro,
static
I don't
stop
know.
loss?
It's
Like
it's been breaking up. Like it's real choppy. Your sound. Like I don't know if it's my connection or what.
it's probably because we got so
Nah,
many
it was
people on
kind of
here.
choppy a little bit for me earlier too.
Shit, just blame it
Oh,
on Ant.
for real?
Usually it's always Ant fault.
Nah, get out of here.
Yeah, I
Stop
think
it. Stop it. That's
that,
sick. That's sick,
that's when it
man.
started happening. As soon as Ant joined
So,
on.
hey, nah, real talk. When I joined
Oh
in, it
man,
did start happening. That big one did. I was like, damn, did I fuck it up?
No, man, it should be
nah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go grab this foil right quick. Hold on, I'll be right
Yep.
The foil?
back.
That boy said foil.
I went over y'all head, boy.
No, man, I
Look
got you. Put it on the tip of the
I went
antenna.
looking
over all y'all
ass.
head. That nigga said foil. This nigga better go bake some fish or something.
I think about to wrap that bitch around his phone and turn his head.
Yeah, we gonna get it
Facts.
working. No, but it sounds good right now, man. So you can continue.
Okay, okay.
But just to chime in really quick, I forgot what trade that was. Um, which I need to do better with kind of journaling them now.
It was something like this too. Like how this got it engulfing, but your stops would have been like way down here type shit. It was something like that.
Yeah, I mean sometimes when I see something like that happen, it's a signal just because it's like engulfing, like crazy. So I know that's the movement, but to be safe, yes, your stops will have to be below that candle. Like it has to be there, you know.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it didn't even try to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's why I
Could
was like,
have, but it didn't.
it didn't. No, yeah, it could have, and then
Yeah.
that's why I said go light on it. Like it's not like it's a really really good setup, but yes, if you hold on for it, and like I said, this was on an hour, and probably looking at the daily for your TP, but you see it hit. It took probably a whole session for it to happen,
Yeah.
but like I said, on most of my entries, I'm holding trades for like at least 2 days.
Right.
And if I get lucky and I hit a quick one, I might trade 2 times in one day because that first one to just shoot me up. I get out real quick, wait till it retest, get right back in like 4 hours or something like that. I just let it play out like that. I always look for that engulfing. But if I enter and it shoots up and it does something good, I'll take profit to get hit, or I get out real quick
Hmm.
and then I get right back in with
Yeah.
another bag.
Do you ever utilize the feature from decreasing your trade size instead of just closing a trade all
Uh-uh.
out?
Nope.
Yeah.
When I get it, I get my whole bag and I'm out. That way when I come
I
back,
said I get my whole back.
no, for real. That way when I come back, I'm good.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
You know.
Facts.
Like it's useful. See, I think of people that do that and it works better if you're scalping. And I could be wrong, but like you shouldn't,
Mm,
because you can scale, like that's what the end goal for it, honestly, is to scale your funds, so you can
you
scale
mean
up
like
or scale
scale
down.
into the trade, like add
Yes, but you
more
can
and
do the
more?
correct, but you can do the same way, just like what you said, like taking off, like scaling down, you know.
Yeah. It's
Um,
more of a scenario for you want to stay in the trade, but you want to take most of the risk off. So, like, say for instance,
You want to
you
hold on
got
to a
into
little bit
this
of your bread, but you
exactly
still
like
want to try to
you
make some
wanna
more bread while you still there.
correct.
right. Like if you
Okay.
saw this engulfing candlestick right here and you took a sell, and let's say your take profit ultimately would have been this low, meaning when the price got to right here, it didn't hit your take profit yet, but it's close enough to where like, okay, this bitch may turn around on me. So let me take, most of my profit off. So let's say for instance, if you had like 20,000 units on a sale, when it gets here, you would take off like 17,000 and just let 3,000 just run the rest of the run
Yeah, but what sale are you talking about again?
up here, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Come
Well,
on, get your stuff
seven.
together. Y'all need to have your jammies and stuff. Get your stuff on.
so
Yes,
that
y'all be in bed with nothing on by
I
nine
don't
o'clock.
know,
Y'all got
because
15 minutes.
depending on
15 minutes. Get dressed.
how
Go get dressed.
Mute your phone, Ant.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
are you
There
good,
you
baby?
good.
No, if I would have entered that, I probably would have got out. I probably would have got stopped out in that first sale.
Oh, right
Uh,
here when the candle wicked up.
yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. Like when if I would have got stopped out, but I would have seen that volume pushing down more, I would have got back in on a 15 minute. Like I
Nah,
still,
facts.
because that's still my signal. That's
And
still
knowing
my
me,
signal.
I see how you would have put your stop right there, but I would have put my stop up here.
And just like what I said, put it at an area where
Only because this was the first engulfing.
yes, where like if it does take you out, then you like, oh man, we reversing. We going in the other direction.
Right. Money.
Yo, you was breaking up again. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
hear
about that
anything.
time. I didn't say too much of nothing, I don't think.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to pull up the news right quick.
Yeah, man. See what we got going for the news. Because it looks like I
We
said, I
got
think it's going to
going.
continue to drop until once you pick this news up, and we'll go over that to see what news release can kind of show some signs of turning around and give us some opportunities for buys this week.
All right. Let's see. Why does my chart look like this? There we go. Do 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 do. I got it on that. There we go.
Check, mic check. We good back? I didn't know if I was still too loud. Y'all good? Can you hear me?
We good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Let's see. Calendar.
FXBros, sponsored by Corona. I had to get my practice on whenever them sponsors start rolling in.
Boy, I thought something really said that.
Yeah, baby, that's gonna be. I'm telling you, that's gonna be us.
Next level, yes, for real. Next level,
Yeah.
I
for
thought you had
sure,
pressed the button. I'm like, what the fuck?
for sure.
Like,
What
oh,
do
that
you mean?
nigga Six was like, damn, we got Corona in
He
this
said, "Damn,
bitch.
Corona in this bitch."
No, they go like real
I
talk.
don't
Uh,
They
look.
gonna
I
be
don't know if
rolling
y'all
back.
can see the mic. Look out of the screen. I was doing this when I had it up.
face up. Look. But yeah, we actually had news today, and I don't think it really did anything. No, I didn't do anything. But we had news right when the market opened, 6:30 Monday. We have news in the evening, Monday evening for Australian dollar interest rate decision. So that should be a
Perfect,
nice little mover,
perfect. That's gonna be a
a nice
nice
little
one.
mover on Monday night.
You said why?
Nice
Because
Mhm.
you said the interest rate decision.
interest
You said
rate.
that one.
Yes, that's gonna be a
Okay.
good one. That could be an
Yeah,
overnight sleeper. Like bring it sleeping bags.
yeah, it's a good volatile adder to the charts.
Okay. Okay.
And then Tuesday, that nigga said he is not done.
Oh, let's
The
go. Let's.
Fed chair,
Oh yes,
Jerome, is in the house
yes.
Tuesday morning.
So for what I'm saying, reason why we like this is crazy. Whenever he talks, something crazy gonna happen. So like I
Yeah.
can say for the interest rate for Australia, I could see that one releasing, and it can be bullish overnight, and then we'll start getting into them buys that we was talking about earlier. Now with with Jerome, when that boy get on the stand, he will say some shit that'll just manipulate the market like any different way. So it's like with that release,
Mhm.
kind of
All markets too.
facts, facts. So
Like
like
dead
I would
ass.
like take it really light, or just look at it. Just look at the market. And what time is that?
11:40, but
Oh snap!
I got this on NYC time, so it's really 10. No, it's 11:40. It's
Yeah,
11:40.
11:40. Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's
yeah, that'll
11:40.
be if you mess around getting to a nice entry in the morning on Tuesday and just ride that for the rest
Oh,
of the day, and he could bring you to the promised land.
oh, he will bring you to the promised land.
Yeah,
What
he'll
does it get
boost
you
you up.
something going, and
Yeah, he
then
go.
as soon as
Oh
he
yeah,
hit, it'll determine which way it's going.
Yeah,
Send
like
your trade.
yeah, if you enter, what I'm saying,
yeah.
whichever trade you may be in, whether it's buy or sells, like when that release hits, I would have your stop loss at either break even or some profits if you really really big. Um, or if not, man, take the profit and just look and
And
see
a
what
lot
it
of the
gonna do.
times that shit gonna be priced in.
Facts.
Like you'll
Oh
see
yeah, the
the market
spread gonna be
already start moving
crazy.
before he even start talking.
Yeah, the spread gonna be nuts. It's gonna be in the end of the day. Like, yeah, don't mess with that, man. Don't mess with that.
Yeah, that's what I said that should be something you like Monday night from that interest rate news. Get a good position off of that and monitor it off of that 7:30 news, the balance of trade. And if the balance of trade does some kind of rejection and brings you back to your entry point off of this interest rate decision from last night, then yeah, get out that trade because that Fed chair probably. But on the opposite side, if you are up 40, 50, 60 pips off this balance of trade and Jerome about to come in, and we'll go back to the charts later, but if it's hinting on the candlestick patterns on the charts that is gonna hit those bullish targets we got, then yeah, just let that whole ride. Like Jay said, put your stop loss break even, or at least lock in 10 pips and just let it ride. And real talk, if you in a good situation, you could let it ride all the way until Thursday, unless you start to see some signs of reversal, depending on what direction we go.
Yeah.
Because Thursday we got our consistent news release, and Friday Michigan consumer sentiment. So like we were saying, we go back to the charts very quick just to briefly talk about it. if we get Jerome, see, I'm gonna put it on the 4 hour. It's a little better. It's a little bit more better. Am I chopping up?
Yes. Like the screen is still stuck on yeah,
Yeah, I
it's just
figured that.
choppy.
It's on the 4 hour now.
Yes, it is.
Did it load up good or is it still choppy?
No, it looks pretty clean now. If you like move the mouse around a little bit.
Shit, the mouse ain't moving at all. Oh, well, hold on. There you go.
All right, yeah,
Moving my mouse
It's like a
around.
little. It's a little delay. It's like a
yeah,
little delay. I think it is. Cause
but
when
it's
when he told you to move it, it was like it was still there, and then all of a
That's
sudden it showed
crazy.
that you were moving it.
right.
Gotcha. Well, nonetheless, I don't know if y'all can hear me well, but like I was saying, on the 4 hour and 1 hour respectively, we do have clean traffic to fill. So what we could see is on tomorrow we got interest rates coming off Australian dollar, and I don't know if they're going to. I'm thinking they're going to increase rates like everybody else been doing. So that would make, like Jay said, make it bullish because that's going to make their dollar stronger, which would in turn make our dollar weaker. So that would be bullish on the markets. And and if we don't tongue up in these zones here, this dash line, might be a little difficult to make out somewhat. But if we don't, once it jumps up, and if we you going high and filling all this gap, then this is the targets I was talking about up here for buys, and
Oh,
that's what
he pooting
Jerome
out.
could push us to. It's Putin out.
Yeah, it's real choppy, bro.
That boy Jay too damn cool.
Very.
That boy got shades on in the dark.
Who all on the cell phone? Anybody on the cell
That's
phone?
my blue light. My blue light brain. Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get in there too. Wait a
There we
minute.
go. There we go.
Let me put mine on too. Wait a
There
minute. There
we
you
go,
go.
man. You know how it be.
Yeah. Yeah, I just see the whole glare. I like how you got your screens back there too, though, with the chart and everything.
Hey, and who on the?
Yeah.
Oh, you said somebody on the phone?
I'm on the phone.
Pull up, go on your laptop and do the link.
Did that work? Uh-oh. It muted you.
I think his phone be tripping,
Okay, hold
bro.
on there.
Is it still
Nah,
choppy?
it's not
No,
choppy no
it's
more.
better now.
I think that's what it is. This whole not optimized for phones. Cause that's what happened when Piff had got on that one time.
Hey
Oh,
Jay, I think it's delaying you too, because I see your lips moving and then the sound comes out.
It was doing that for me or for six?
Nah, for 6.
Okay, yeah, I noticed that. I'm gonna fuck around, share my screen.
I'm telling
Damn, bro, y'all done kick me out.
you.
You on your phone?
Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. I was like, that's me. As soon as I said
No,
that's me, you have
you
been
can't do
kicked
it on
out
the
the group.
phone.
I'm like,
Listen,
damn.
listen, listen. You can't do it on your phone, fam. You gotta get on the laptop.
All right, I gotta put tele.
Yeah, get on the laptop, nigga. That's why cause I know when niggas get on their phone, that bitch be tripping a little bit.
They don't got that connectivity.
Nah, sooner or later when a nigga get them subscribers up, we go live on the phone on YouTube. But
That's all day.
until
Yeah,
then,
sir.
we thugging it. Yeah, man. Thugging that shit.
Yeah, man, we gonna get there. But my thing is the sound, is okay. It's just like when the screen gets choppy because I can hear you, but
Mm-hmm.
the screen kind of just jumps around, and I'm trying to see where you know, marking your areas and
Oh,
stuff. So
okay.
that's when it's a little off.
I got you. I know what you mean now. You see my mouse moving?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I can see it moving.
All right, bet it's fixed. Now just fine.
Just like that. He said, we
Just
doing
like
it.
that. But yeah, man, that's basically what we looking at. I mean, like I said, as long as we don't get no rejection when we entering in these price gaps to fill in and all this clean traffic to fill up, as long as we don't get no rejection, I feel like we're going to the bullish target up here, and we're gonna need Jerome to get us there. And I be thinking sometimes that'd be why niggas be wanting price to come up here, cause they need this nigga to say something to make the markets move. But
Make
I
it
don't
come
know.
down.
Yeah, I just be thinking. I just be thinking sometimes.
Nah, hey, sometimes look, sometimes them
Say,
thoughts,
bro, I want to make
them feelings
12
be real
billion
deal.
tomorrow. You go talk type shit.
Think about it, bro. If you had that motion like that, somebody come to you, family, kinfolk, something, hey, bro, go make a nigga a little 2 million today, real quick. Just, you know what I'm saying? Tell them this gonna happen.
Yeah, big
You know,
facts.
your best friends and the big chums up there. Hey, I
Big
need to buy a
facts.
new. I need a big tax write off. Let me buy something real quick.
And a lot of people be getting caught up with insider trading off that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No cap.
Like yeah, for NFP, people wasn't expecting that. People was thinking on the opposite end of things, you know. But NFP numbers were like crazy different than everybody
Yeah,
expected. So that's why you had that. A lot of people was looking for the move towards the upside, but it wasn't happening. And then my thing was we was already showing signs of doing that before. Like I entered the hour or two before NFP release. That's why I just stayed in it.
yeah. So you was up early before that shit sold off.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it had all the signs because it didn't take out that recent high from London, the London high. So yeah, you had every right. That was engulfing at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. really, Eastern time. So that was dumber. That boy was brushing his teeth and got in that trade. No cap.
Yeah, that was an early one. I had it on my mind.
Nah, facts. But yeah, man. On the flip side, could see it coming up to 70 cents and reject, and then Jerome could make the market tank all the way down
That's true. Yeah.
to right up in here, 68.50. Take out these lows that everybody been buying from. Could definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
So we got two scenarios on what could happen from Monday to Wednesday. So we're gonna keep it updated, keep everybody in the loop via Telegram. Keep this shit rolling, man.
Already know.
Hey, this week I'm this just a side little side comment outside of the FX Bros. I'm gonna share some stuff in the Telegram this week about a little business venture I want to talk to y'all about. So, and it's along the lines that everybody knows.
Man, please do.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
No, that's a
Yes,
bet.
sir. So, matter of fact, I'll drop it
That's
in the
what's up.
chat here as soon as we get out of here tonight.
For sure.
Yep.
I mean, shit. Yeah, we could chop it up on this shit. I'm always about business ventures.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually tapping into real estate more now.
I'm gonna need some real estate in either Oklahoma,
Yeah,
Florida, or Cali.
Oh, for sure.
shit, we got
That's gonna
deals
that's
all
gonna
over the world. America is for sale.
Yeah. Up for grabs.
Man, and it's so much. It's so much. It's crazy. Lands of America is where my girl looks through, and she's seen 60 acres for 10 grand.
What?
It was in Colorado,
Okay,
or
hold that
it
thought.
was
Hey,
Colorado or
let's
Utah.
if y'all ain't busy, let's tap in on Telegram if y'all got a few more minutes. I want you to break that down, Ant.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, bet.
That'll bet.
All right,
ladies
y'all.
and
Peace out. We
gentlemen,
gonna see y'all next Sunday.
yes, it's been another good one. We
It's been a great
appreciate you
one.
guys tapping in. A great one. Greatness is what we are doing in the year of 23. Big things happening, man. Stick to the plan.
Oh man, you said it.
You
Stick
know,
to it, no matter how hard, no
yes,
matter how easy, no
yes,
matter the ups, no matter the downs, the
yes,
tornadoes, the hurricanes, the
yes,
storm.
yes,
Fight through it, because I
yes.
promise through that storm, it's a lot of green pastures on that side.
And that's it.
Bro.
And that's it. Wise words on our brother Ant. And it's like that, man.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We out.
All right, man.
See y'all
Start
next
that
week.
live.
Yes, sir.